the county commissioner in Trans County. I'm gonna call this meeting over at 6 o'clock. James, will you lead us in prayer?
So, Father, we give thanks for another day. I'd like to thank you for being blessed just to this kind consider this earth as we come to this meeting. Help us make the best decision for the county and the city. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any public comment? Approve agenda? Make a motion to approve agenda.
I'll say.
Got a motion by Hank, second by Van. All in favor, raise your right hand. Approval of September the 6th and September the 22nd meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Van, a second from Brad. All in favor, raise your right hand. Finance. Approval of monthly bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bill.
Got a motion from Van,
Yes, sir.
second from James. All in favor, raise your right hand. Town of Blood, new bank account.
So Towns Bluff has requested for us to open up them a new contributions account. They're asking to go and they want to do different events for the community, kind of like this for Christmas. They want to do lights on the river, so they're asking for donations for this account to be able to go buy those Christmas lights, do something for the kid, the county, and different events throughout the year. So they're asking if we can, it'll be a contributions account, kind of like the rec department. It'll be strictly for donations. There will be a list, a set of rules that they'll have to follow, and it will be audited along with other county accounts. But we have to have approval for that.
I make a motion, we open monthly contributions account, town clerk.
Got a motion from Van, a second from Hank. I made a motion from Brad, second from Hank. All in favor, raise your right hand. Solar panels, discuss amendment.
So I guess in your packet, you've got the memorandum of understanding.
This is Brian Thurman.
And I guess we've talked about this a couple of times. The issue's been that originally this project completion date was supposed to be December 31st, 2022. There have been delays. The company, I guess, claims due to material shortage, that kind of thing. So what they're asking is to change the completion date from December 31st, 2022 to be June 30th, 2023. So that's 6 months extension. Change the deadline to be mechanically complete to June 30th, 2023. Yeah, so, and then what they're saying that they're agreeing to do in return would be entering into a corporate guarantee, which it's on very which to me is still not a bond.
No,
I mean, that corporate guarantee is just them.
they may not be a corporation.
Yeah.
It's like, so,
I mean, to me, the contract already says that they'll fix it. And, you know, the issue being, well, what happens if that corporation's not there? So, to me, this Exhibit A just says, we hear, that does say in there, net worth of the company falls below $10 million, then they'll get a letter of credit. But my understanding of what we were asking for was a bond.
Sure.
Yeah, a bond, not a document that you signed a second time saying, yeah, I really mean I'll make that. I mean, that still doesn't really, how do we know their net worth goes below 10 million? How did that go? So,
Let me ask you this, we cover this in that, the stone ordinance, correct?
correct?
I believe it does say something about requiring a bond.
It does.
So that would be,
So I guess that's been my wish the whole time, is maybe this last phase, we get the solar ordinance approved where they have to abide by it, and then that covers all bases, plus it covers all of, vegetation and trees planted, and keep it off people's properties, and even though they've already bought it, things change over time.
yeah, I think that we're meeting on Thursday with the JDA and then Dan McCrae, who's been the bond lawyer that's always been involved with these projects. I think he's going to give us probably some deeper insight as to what the options are, more than what I can tell you as far as that goes. He does this stuff all over the state, I guess. So I would encourage if any of you can be there Thursday to hear what he has to say. I think that'll probably be it.
So I'm gonna just go ahead, because I've read all this, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to the commissioners that we're gonna accept this until they will give us a bond or an insurance policy on all the property. Not just this piece, but on all the property that they have already,
The ones that's already built.
the ones that's already built in this county. This is very important to them, and that's very important to us, because that's something that we, being new to all this, I mean, we've got it fixed now, as Hank says, but we didn't on them first phases, so I'm gonna make a recommendation to commissioners that we deny this until they do that.
Is that a-
I got a motion from Brad that we
I'll
can deny this. Got a second from Van. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, gonna come be there Thursday.
I'm listening in, I'm gonna be in West Georgia, I'm traveling again, but I've already got a call in number, so we're doing that.
I won't be there.
I'll be there as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good position to take.
And we got a copy for y'all to take that home.
But this, this is very important to them, this extension, and it's going to cost them a lot of money, so I think it's something we need to hold the feet to. And not, as he said, you need a bond or an insurance, print, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I mean, a piece of paper where they say they'll do it, still don't do it.
No, that's still the same thing we got. Basically.
Because if they go out of business, then we hold the insurance company accountable.
That's right.
Out here, there's nobody holding accountable.
A paid policy, that's correct.
All right, next is, Administrator Heather Scott.
Okay, so, I talked about it.
Step up there to the
I'm gonna pick it up. How about you stand? I talk loud.
Did they vote?
Yeah.
Did y'all vote?
What?
I know y'all had a motion and a second, but did y'all vote?
Yeah, they are.
All right, I missed it, I'm sorry.
So the first thing I have, so the road department, has called and requested, asking for another dump truck. They would prefer a certain type, the same type, or either a type that will use the, parts and all that they already have in stock. They already have 2 running, and we have a third, but it's in really bad condition, so we really want to take that off the road and look for another dump truck.
Do we have 3 dump truck drivers?
They said yes, because I asked that question. We actually are fully employed at the road department.
But don't we have 3 now, but one of them is like?
Yeah, it's really bad condition. Yeah, that third truck is literally not where it needs to be. So this would replace that truck.
You sure, not counting Eddie, you got 3 dump truck drivers?
That's what they said.
CDLs, all good to go.
I can confirm
He told me
again.
he did.
That was my first
I just saw
question.
Eddie driving one the other day, so that kind of,
Yeah.
That was literally my first question when they asked.
So I'm gonna make a motion that we,
And this will be using SPOS
right,
funds.
I know they got enough money there, so that we buy this dump truck, but we would sell the old one immediately.
Okay.
Got a motion from Brad,
I'll second it.
got a second from Van. All in favor, raise your right hand.
The next thing is the EMS building. So, of course, they have started tear down. We have got that part of the contract approved, and they are to start tearing metal down literally this week. They come back with a price for splitting the bays. They also included in that price, because they did not have it as drive-through bays, they only had it as back-end. So they had to add 3 additional doors, and, because they had only 5 doors, and because we took it down to 4 bays, but splitting the bays and adding that, which would add an extra decon shower, you're looking at $118,400, give or take. If you split the bays. Now, if you do not split the bays, that will only be adding an additional, for the doors, around $65,000.
So split the
But this
bays,
is
gonna
give or
be
take.
$35,000
Yeah,
with another decon shower, I think that's probably worth it.
I think it is too.
So is that what we want to do, is split the bays? That's what y'all need to vote on, is splitting the bays so that we can go ahead and continue on to approve the go-ahead with these.
I think split the bays is something that needs to be done. If we had a base split, we'd probably be in this, a serious situation as we're in right now.
And
I know
note,
they saying it's gonna have the sprinkler system and all that in, but
and note again, like we talked about the first time, this price does not include the sprinkler system, but it's not going to be, I mean, they just can't give that until we're ready to put it, actually in.
Because material,
Yes. And to make sure Charles has the say-so is what he is putting in, telling them what they're going to put in.
I need a motion.
I make a motion
just split
to split them.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Van, second from Brad. All in favor, raise your right hand.
And last, the log truck ordinance. So we had an incident where a logging crew tore up a road the other day. We actually have a timber ordinance in place. Now, this timber ordinance, and it's in your packets, was put in place and revised around 2012, 2014. I've not been able to get with the tax assessor. She's been out with a death in her family this week. But it's supposed to be enforced if they come in, get a permit, and actually have a bond. Now, it's what?
it's split.
It's
the
split,
difference.
yeah, sorry, it's split the administrator bit. So, my question is to revise this to the point of upping the bond to make sure they have insurance and that everybody is going into the tax assessor's office to get a permit before logging. So that way, we can go and get this, if they do tear up a road, their insurance has to go in or the cover it or the bond or things like that. But there is one in place, it just,
Well,
like these other ordinances, they're so
I
old, they need
understand
to
they got to
revise.
get the state road over, but I was the one that run up on this out there the other day. And all they had to do was go down the dirt road all the way to the state highway. They choose to come out this way. And he said, I don't want to beat more trucks to death, so we don't want to beat you to beat our highway. And they've done several $1,000s worth of damage out of that good road, that Herschel Craven Road.
They want them in Brad's district, right, Tate Road.
And I mean,
It's all
and
pieces.
it's got to be, and that out there's got to be done fixed. It's done watered up in the road. And this is a good road, but they tore it up. We just need to,
Well, and what this
somebody needs to be
ordinance-
held accountable for this.
I think you need to do this.
And we'll add math
And
and
you
things
said
like
that
that.
I think
We need
it
to
needs
revise
to be added, not just timber, but any construction.
Yes, any kind of
It
trucking.
just, it ain't just a log truck, it's big trucks.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, yeah, any
I'm
kind
gonna
of
add
truck.
something else, over there on Claxton Road, where they coming out with that trucking company, I haven't said their name, but they.
They're in all pieces.
All pieces right there.
So this would
They
help
need to
that
be
as,
dressed the same way.
we can make it just
And
a,
let me tell you something, if we put this thing in place, and when they come and get a permit or whatever, maybe the road department get wind of it, they can run out and maybe put some more dirt on the shoulder of the roads to help them. We won't tear it all to pieces, but they tear our roads
Well, in
up.
every other county, and as y'all know, I sell logging, but when I go to job sites in every other county, they prepare the entrances onto the highway.
That's
Like rock,
Whatever it takes.
clay, whatever,
Cushion run.
they prepared that, they don't.
I told you this guy, they called the town, we took us a load of rocks out there and poured out, I promise you.
Let me ask you this,
But who prepares it, the county? does?
No.
No, they do it.
No,
They do it themselves.
but I haven't read through this timber ordinance, first time I've ever seen it, but does it cover that?
so it has some where the road department is alerted, but that's why I said we really need to update. they're supposed to be getting permits, and they're supposed to have a $5,000 bond and things like that. I just feel as though that there's some updates since it's been since 2012.
And I'm
There's-
sure they got the insurance covered.
Oh, absolutely,
They got
but,
the insurance covered, but it is not covered.
well, they're finding a county that's not enforcing certain things, so at this point,
Well,
we
you
can.
got these other counties, they enforce it.
Absolutely. So I think if we update this and make sure that they have to follow these rules.
I've seen other counties actually make them take and put one of them little sweeper machines, and they have to sweep the highway every time a truck comes out
Well,
on
if they're not doing it,
If you pull out on the state highway, there's a flood and all that, that's
We
just.
should have to enforce that, things like that.
who's going to enforce it? On county state.
Well, at this point, you can have the road department go out there and check to make sure that roads aren't beat up. We could take it that way.
Well, they are supposed to be gravel, I mean, it says it right here, mud shot, be carried onto the highway, you're supposed to be putting gravel, maintained, So at least we did cover
And
it.
it's supposed to be coming up now to get a permit just for everybody to keep up with the taxes.
Yeah.
So that, I'm asking if we can revise and enforce as
I
much
make
as
a motion
possible.
to revise and enforce the timber, or what we're gonna call it, let's don't call it
You don't
that.
really want to call it off timber if you're going to do all
Oh,
trucks,
we
so
don't-
trucking
Brandon, we
ordinance.
gonna go back, and on these, it's got tore up in the last
Heavy
year.
equipment,
Before we
trucking,
gonna go
yeah,
back.
heavy equipment, full format.
Yeah, I think we'll
New
have to
ordinance.
start living there.
You
I'm just asking, I'm just talking.
You don't have to keep it in.
We're gonna talk about those long
The construction
We
equipment.
can do heavy equipment, make a new heavy equipment, like add them to it
You
maybe.
could put
Add
a
them to it.
trucks and logging, heavy equipment, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, okay.
They need to do,
Cause that one, your business,
they Shaw's route, instead of going on the state highway, they cut across.
Well, after where this one tore up, they got all the way to dirt road, all the way to the state highway. But they choose to come out on the Smith County maintained road, and they tore it up.
Money Road that last a year.
They tore it up.
They're not built for that.
That's why I not built.
No.
Matter of fact, I was doing a job in Dublin, and I had a cement truck come through. One got through, but that next, the shed stopped in. That truck had to go down about 5 more miles and come down the main highway.
Well, I think we need to, I'm not bad, I think we need to get started on this.
Especially now, look at changing load limits, that's gonna make it even worse.
Remake your motion,
Of course,
please.
they are changed already, so I guess that's what's making it worse.
So I'm on to amend and rectify.
Revise.
Start on it now, as of now.
As of now.
We done started on that one, that we got this, let you stay on that.
We will, not, we need a second.
All right, I got a motion from Brad. Second, Mike. All in favor? Raise your right hand.
All right, that's all I got right now.
Andy Raymond.
Really, the only thing I had was what we've already talked about, so no other things going on.
Any new or old business?
I got some old business, a couple of things actually. First thing is the rec department truck. So we have called, we've asked. It literally needs a motor, and this truck is not, I feel as though it's not worth putting a motor in. So I'm asking, do we need to buy a new truck for the rec department, or find a good used truck, or something?
They ain't the truck we bought from Ruthless, not the different truck.
This was what, it was the 2000, it was versus truck.
I'm gonna just say something about these trucks. Our county agent needs a truck. She's all over the county. And that rec department ain't all over the county. Just one little spot right there. If y'all do anything, buy a new truck for our county agent and let them have that old truck.
We'll go through the services on it.
We got a Ford pickup, is what we got, with a little extended cab. It's got a pile of miles on it, bought used.
I've been hearing that for a year. County agent's gonna,
And
we don't find her broke
we
down.
ain't got nothing, and I'm just telling you, she's all over the county. And she's a good,
Do we have anything in the county budget or anything that's splosh that we can use them for?
Not the county agent, but I mean, if we need to find it, we will. I don't know if that truck's still, I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's in good enough shape to go to the rec department with them pulling trailers. We may just need to look at their flaws to do the the rec department or.
Why don't we go ahead and just, county agent, get her one, and then let's let them have that one, and there too, we'll look, see if we can come up with money to buy it.
I'm trying to figure out, did the truck tow car, anybody check the oil in or something?
No, it's been serviced like it's supposed to.
Huh?
Boy,
It's just, honestly, it's wore out, it is.
Well, we bought my water go out then.
Oh, yeah.
No, this ain't the one we got approved now, this is another one.
Oh,
That's the oldest one.
but I'm not playing with county agent, they.
County agent, they the one, the only problem is where we're gonna get the funds. We got funds to buy the rec department one.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, right now, and that was,
We use ARPA.
that was in your
Can we use
director's
ARPA?
packet, and right now, we're having to pay mileage out for Josh having to use his.
Can we use ARPA? I'm gonna recommend we use ARPA funds to buy the county agent one, and we use, buy the rec department one with their wash.
Are you wanna go new, or
And
you?
please, get all these vehicles and all this stuff, and let's get it sold to place some of this money.
Yes.
I mean, there's 2 trucks there,
Dump truck.
dump trucks, the probably pay for one of these vehicles.
You
I thought there was
refused
getting stuff out there that for us to sell right here. They got some stuff out there, I don't know what.
It's going.
Low boy,
new or used?
who's gonna go look for it?
New.
I mean,
You can
tell
get
me if we can go through the fleet program like we did with the last one for the road department for this year.
Let's advertise first. I'm gonna advertise.
If we go through the fleet program, then the way our policy states, that they get the lowest bid, like we did for the road department with that white truck. You
It
go through
automatically low.
It's automatically the lowest it can be, so do we want to do that?
Well, we can go through the fleet, but let's advertise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a motion to buy, what we call her again?
County agent.
County agent, a truck, using the funds, and get rec, one using their funds,
Okay.
and then sell all these vehicles we ain't using
And replace it.
and replace it.
Okay.
I got a motion, Brad,
I'll say that.
got a second from Van. All in favor, raise your right hand.
All right, my next thing is, change order for the jail.
So I can explain that a little bit if you want to. So when the original plan was drawn, and we've had a lot of problems with the state out there on that project, from the entrances to whatever. I mean, they just give us a really hard time. But the biggest issue we got right now is with piping, electrical, plumbing, all that going across the state right away. In the original plans, it was to be done with a trencher. The state will not let us trench, so we will have to bore. And as you can see, that will change the price from trenching to boring all the lines. What's what, how I got
$22,981.28.
it? So that would be
It's gonna change to 23,000.
$23,000. That's a change order. I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, they're not gonna let us.
My only question, and this is, I guess, I guess it goes back to the engineering firm.
I don't run this for a while, but I thought about it.
Exactly.
I didn't ask that question.
They
Basically
could
said they had never run up on this before. That they've always been allowed to train until they got a good product. But the state ain't gonna let us train. I mean, if we want power and plumbing to that building, we got more.
And I'll make a motion.
To accept this change order.
Go on.
I'll say.
Got a motion from me and a second from Van. All in favor, raise your right hand.
I got one more. So we have gotten 3 quotes in for fencing for 341. It's right there beside you. The first one is Pride Contracting. Their proposal amount was $83,250. The second is Coastal Fence Company. Their proposal was $82,780.43. And one is N&P Fence Company, and their total was $75,950. So we need a,
I sent them the specs, so I mean, I know they're all specs, but they're all the same folks that did the jail. That's basically where we found reputable contractors from.
N&P, same.
No, Pride actually got the jail, but N&P did it. So they were all kind of vetted during that process to make sure they had, workers' comp, liability, they had a year's experience doing it, and all that kind of
So
stuff.
you read it, yes, and then we gonna run the problem with the putting that little thing at the bottom and all that, like we're right there. Correct. I don't know nothing about chain link. I heard enough about that. I didn't.
And it actually wasn't that, they turned the barbs down. That was the problem.
I don't need a motion.
a motion.
Is that gonna come out of the rec department?
Yeah, on 341.
It's coming out of their fund?
Now, that's not-
Class fund?
It'll come out of SPOS, and then the rest of it will come out of what y'all have voted to do at all.
Now, that's not fencing in the splash pad.
No, this is not.
No, just taking, leaving the splash pad out for its, what's going on there. It'd be easy enough to tie them back in together. if we didn't do that.
If it comes
All
out.
right, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to, it's N&P, is we accept them, is that right?
That's the lowest.
Say the lowest. So I make a motion to accept N&P fencing to do the fencing project at Baldwin.
And I'll second.
Got a motion from Brad, a second from Van. All in favor, raise your right hand.
That's all I got for us. That's all I got.
No more new old business. And the courthouse is, I got some old business, but the courthouse has been rewired or whatever. All the way on digital new phone and all.
Yes, the phone system's now being fitted. We had to wait on everything, but everything's done. They had QC come in and
ATC
everything's.
and Jackson Street, yeah.
They're good. I literally cut them a check.
Anybody else got any new old business?
Does it look good?
Fine one.
Any comment?
Yeah, I've got, why is the air conditioning line running across the air on those buildings? What, I mean,
What you been running across for?
Not up here?
I guess between the extension agents there, down there.
That's I think that's for their hammer, ain't it?
That's, you talking about the cooling tower?
Yeah, cooling tower, water discharge or something.
Yeah, that does, that's what keeps everything
They
going.
might have 1,000 years, but I mean, I've noticed it too, I don't know what it's like out there.
But bro, I thought that thing was blow down the other day.
Any more new old business?
Jesus.
Comment? Executive session?
Yes.
I need a motion to go into executive session.
First thing.
Frank made the motion.
Second, I'm sorry.
Hank second. All in favor, raise your right hand.
We're gonna go to the jury.
Reach it then for you, if you will.
Benjamin, if I see you one more time,
No, it's all man.
so you won't see me again.
This is that.
Go with that.
The whole room,
I don't know that you can get it out. Not.
I need a motion to go back in regular
I'll
session.
make the motion.
Got a motion from Van, second from James, go back, all in favor? We discussed personnel and no action was taken.
Being adjourned. There you go.
Y'all have a good night.